Hello, friends! Beneath the restless waves of California's Pacific, sharks, fierce guardians of the deep, have shaped the ocean's heartbeat for millennia. But now, their numbers are fading, and with them, a piece of our world. NOAA's 2025 reports reveal a gut-wrenching truth. Oceanic white-tip sharks in the Pacific have plummeted by 85% since the mid-1990s. Essential reefs dying, tuna schools shrinking, and coastal towns losing their lifeline, a $5 billion zero-cents fishing industry teetering. Long-line fishing, with its endless hooks trailing through the sea, drives this loss. Yet behind the numbers beats a human heart. Michael, a San Diego fisherman, risks everything to keep his family's dreams alive. This is the story of survival, sacrifice, and a sea crying for balance. The global toll is staggering. With 100 million sharks hunted annually, America's fleets contributing millions to that figure. In California's waters, long-line fleets haul in thousands of mako sharks and bluefin tuna each year, threatening a $1 billion zero-cents tuna trade. For Michael, each trip costs $10,000. 0 cents a boat, 50 kilometers of line with 1,000 hooks, fuel burning $700, 0 cents daily, and bait for weeks at sea. Subsidies barely keep him afloat as catches dwindle. His weathered hands clutch a faded photo of his daughter as he whispers, "I fish so she can go to college." But the ocean's changing. His clash of livelihood versus nature's collapse tugs at the soul, drawing us into the lives tethered to these turbulent waters. As dawn kisses the horizon, Michael and his crew prepare for battle, weaving their personal stakes into the vast tapestry of the sea. In San Diego's harbors, they honor a ritual rooted in hope, a prayer to the sea gods, flowers drifting on the tide, a plea for safety and bounty, a tradition carried by Asian American fishermen. Michael's voice trembles. Every trip, I pray for my crew, my girl back home. They load a sturdy vessel with long lines, steel hooks, squid bait, and dreams of a good haul. Using NOAA charts and GPS, they chase the Kuroshio Current, where mako sharks roam. Each knot tied, each tank fueled, carries the weight of legacy. Michael's father fished these waters. Now it's his fight. Their courage stirs the heart, a testament to human grit, transforming preparation into a profound act of devotion to family and tradition, pulling us closer to their world. In the wild Pacific, the hunt ignites, turning quiet anticipation into a symphony of struggle and solidarity. Miles of line drift, baited hooks waiting through storms and starry nights. When a 300-pound mako shark hits, the boat shakes, lines screaming. Michael and his crew pull as one, hearts racing, muscles burning against the beast's fury. Bluefin tuna, 200 pounds of raw power, fight just as hard, waves exploding. Danger looms, storms snapping lines, exhaustion, but unity prevails. Over shared coffee and sea shanties, they laugh, their voices defiant against the ocean's roar. Michael's grit, his crew's bond, is raw humanity, ordinary men facing a mighty sea, their struggle a beacon of resilience that humbles us all, forging a visceral connection between their fight and our admiration. Triumph lands on deck, where the raw harvest becomes a bridge to sustenance and cultural continuity. Sharks yield fins for Asian markets, meat and liver for oils, each cut preserving a family's future. Tuna, iced fast, heads to Japan's sushi counters. At San Diego's docks, catches assorted fins at $500, 0 cents a kilo. Tuna at $20, 0 cents, funding Michael's next voyage, his daughter's dreams. This is more than work, it's heritage. Coastal festivals pulse with grilled tuna, tales of the sea binding generations. Longline fishing, gentler than trawling, offers hope for sustainability. A NOAA scientist urges, with stronger rules, we can save sharks. Michael's pride, his community's spirit, inspires us to cherish this delicate dance with the sea, linking the immediacy of labor to the enduring legacy of coastal life. Michael's fight and the fading pulse of sharks off America's shores binds us to the ocean's fate. Laws like California's AB 2109 and the Shark Act of 2025 create task forces to reduce depredation and protect white sharks, offering sparks of hope. Picture a sea alive with mako, tuna thriving, Michael's daughter graduating. By backing sustainable fishing, smarter gear, and protected waters, we become the ocean's guardians. Let's stand with fishermen like Michael. Not as conquerors, but as stewards. The Pacific song calls us to act, to preserve its wonders for our children's children.
When it comes to sharks, you will often come across articles with titles like "Sharks are the most feared predators on the planet." All sharks are dangerous. Millions of sharks are born every day. Do you find that scary, and do you believe it? Trending Farm can tell you that these claims are wrong. In fact, sharks are not as scary as they are in the movies. There are more than 500 species of them that exist around the world, and only a few are dangerous to humans. Especially in Japan, sharks have a long and complicated history. They are a valuable commercial resource and bring hundreds of billions of dollars to the land of the rising sun. Today, some shark species such as blue sharks, salmon sharks, and mako sharks live in the seas of Japan. With the northeastern part, especially Kesennuma, famous for shark fishing and processing. Furthermore, shark fin is considered a symbol of luxury and is associated with long-standing traditional Japanese cuisine. Despite many objections to consuming this item, in Japan's shark fishing industry, the process begins long before fishermen set out to sea. Preparation is key, starting with the right equipment. Especially the specialized fishing rods designed for big game like sharks. These rods are heavy-duty, often 7 to 10 feet long, made from reinforced fiberglass or carbon fiber, and equipped with large, saltwater-resistant reels capable of holding 600 to 1,000 yards of 80 to 130-pound test line. Before the trip, fishermen ensure that each rod is fitted with strong, stainless steel hooks and wire leaders to withstand the strength of a shark. Once at sea, typically in areas like the northeastern Pacific waters off Kesennuma, the real challenge begins. Fishermen carefully bait the hooks with fresh fish, usually mackerel or squid, and cast their lines into the deep. The waiting game can take hours, with radar and sonar guiding them to shark-rich waters. Each trip can last anywhere from 5 to 10 days. with fishermen often waiting 4 to 8 hours to hook a single shark, testing both their patience and endurance. After successfully catching a shark, Japanese fishermen transport it back to the fishing port with the utmost care to ensure freshness. The sharks, which can weigh between 300 and 500 pounds depending on the species, are stored in large, refrigerated holds on the boat, kept at around 32 degrees to maintain freshness. Once at port, the sharks are unloaded and immediately transported to a nearby food factory for processing. At the food factory, every part of the shark is used, from the meat and skin to the bones, ensuring nothing goes to waste. The shark meat, often prized for its firmness, is cut into pieces, each weighing up to 100 pounds depending on size. The skin, known for its rough texture, is removed and processed into leather or other products. Even the bones are used, ensuring nothing goes to waste in the food factory. Shark fins hold profound cultural significance in Japan, deeply intertwined with ancient culinary traditions and a rich history of trade with China during the Edo period. This heritage has elevated shark fins to a status symbol in high-end cuisine, representing luxury and refinement. Kesennuma, located in Miyagi Prefecture, has emerged as a renowned center for shark fin processing. Celebrated for its meticulous and complex methods that ensure the entire shark is utilized without waste. The processing takes place in specialized food factories, where the fins are carefully dried for over 90 days. Utilizing ideal weather conditions, such as the cold maroon oroshi winds, to enhance their flavor and texture. To maintain high standards of quality, Kessennuma's food factories employ advanced techniques and sophisticated inventory management systems. Ensuring consistency and meeting the stringent demands of discerning chefs and restaurants. This commitment to preserving tradition while embracing modern practices highlights the unique place shark fins occupy in Japanese culinary culture. Shark fins are often considered a delicacy, especially in high-end dishes such as shark fin soup, and they offer a variety of nutritional benefits. Rich in protein, a 100-gram serving of shark fins can contain around 80 grams of protein, making them a valuable food source for those looking to increase their protein intake. Additionally, shark fins are low in fat and contain essential amino acids, contributing to their appeal in fine dining. Economically, shark fins have considerable market value, with prices ranging from $300 to $1,000 per half pound, depending on quality and species. The process of processing shark fins involves several meticulous steps, including cleaning, drying, and often fermentation to enhance flavor. In Japan, traditional methods require drying fins for over 90 days, using optimal environmental conditions to achieve the desired texture and flavor, thus ensuring their high market value while maintaining their cultural significance. In recent years, China has faced an alarming increase in the frequency and severity of typhoons, a trend attributed to climate change and rising sea temperatures. For instance, the China Meteorological Administration reported that in 2022, the country experienced 15 tropical cyclones, with 7 making landfall, compared to an average of just 10 cyclones per year over the last 2 decades. Typhoon Chengdu in 2021, for example, brought record-breaking rainfall and winds exceeding 150 km/h, causing extensive flooding in cities like Shanghai and leading to over $1 billion in damages. Furthermore, Super Typhoon Michael, which struck in 2018, was one of the most powerful storms recorded in the region, affecting millions and resulting in substantial agricultural losses, particularly in Guangdong province. As climate models predict an increase in the intensity of such storms, the risk to coastal communities and the agricultural sector is expected to escalate, underscoring the urgent need for robust disaster preparedness and response strategies. Typhoon Bebinka made landfall in Shanghai on September 16th, bringing maximum winds of 151 km, the strongest storm to hit the city since Typhoon Gloria in 1949. Video footage showed the chaos as strong winds left pedestrians struggling to maintain their balance. Uprooted trees, shattered high-rise windows, and ripped roofs from buildings, causing significant disruption in the city of nearly 25 million people. In preparation, the Chinese government activated a level IV emergency response for Anhui province and raised it to level I for Shanghai and Zhejiang on September 15th. deploying over 3,000 rescuers and nearly 1,000 sets of rescue equipment. By noon on September 16th, initial reports indicated 1 injury, over 9 uprooted trees, 10,000 power outages, numerous damaged buildings, and extensive flooding in agricultural areas. Hundreds of flights were canceled, train services were suspended, and thousands of residents were evacuated to temporary shelters, highlighting the government's swift response amid the ongoing Mid-Autumn Festival. The economic fallout from Typhoon Bebinka's landfall in Shanghai in mid-September was substantial, despite existing prevention and recovery plans. According to the Shanghai Municipal Bureau of Economy and Informatization, preliminary assessments estimated that the storm caused direct economic losses exceeding 2 billion yuan, approximately $280 million. The agricultural sector suffered particularly severe impacts, with reports indicating over 20,000 hectares of crops were damaged or destroyed, leading to anticipated reductions in local food supply and increased prices. Additionally, the typhoon disrupted supply chains, resulting in a backlog of goods at ports and significant delays in logistics operations. The local tourism sector, already affected by ongoing pandemic restrictions, faced further declines as hundreds of flights were canceled and events were postponed, exacerbating the economic strain on the region. These factors highlight the broader challenges posed by natural disasters in urban areas, especially in the context of China's rapid economic development. The livestock industry in Shanghai and surrounding areas suffered significant losses due to Typhoon Bebinka, with estimated financial losses running into the millions of dollars. According to the Shanghai Agricultural Commission, initial assessments indicate that more than 50,000 livestock units, including pigs, chickens, and cattle, were damaged or severely injured by the storm. The economic impact is estimated to be around 150 million yuan, about $21 million, for livestock farmers alone. Many farms reported that their barns were flooded and their feed supplies were destroyed, leading to increased mortality among vulnerable animals. In addition, disruptions in the supply chain have left farmers struggling to access necessary veterinary care and feed, further exacerbating the damage. These figures illustrate the devastating damage that extreme weather events can cause to local agriculture, threatening both food security and the livelihoods of farmers in the region. The aftermath of Typhoon Bebinka poses significant challenges for infrastructure reconstruction and farm restructuring in Shanghai. Damage to roads, utilities, and transportation networks complicates recovery efforts, as local governments must balance immediate housing needs with long-term recovery plans. Farmers face the dual challenge of restoring lost assets while adapting to changing environmental conditions, often requiring investment in recovery activities.
AI technologies are gradually developing and created by human hands. What if each processing factory gradually has fewer people working? Please share your thoughts below in the comments section of this video. And lastly, don't forget to recommend the channel to your friends so they can watch too. Thank you and goodbye. See you again in the next videos.